Very good afternoon, dear learners. This is Dr. Pradeep Kumar Asthana, Assistant Professor, IMC. In this lecture, we will discuss about economic value added statement. We will go through what is economic value added statements, how we are going to calculate, what are the benefits of economic value added concept. As we are aware that at the end of certain period, any organization, any business, any company wants to know the earning from its monetary operations. Simply means they try to find out how much income has been incurred in a particular duration, and that phenomena is known as profit. When we go further about the calculation of business income, then we find that there are two concepts of calculation of business income. One is accounting concept. In accounting concept, income is calculated by matching cost through the income done throughout the year. This is a purely monetary concept. And next concept is economic concept. This concept states that business income is considered to be the maximum amount which the business is capable of distributing to its shareholders while still remaining in the same position at the end of the period as it was in the beginning. So today we will discuss what is economic value added. Economic value added is dependent on the economic profit. What is economic profit? This represents how much will be the company's potential cash earning without its capital cost. The goal of financial decision is to make shareholders value, that is creation of other shareholders interest will automatically become sub goals, and achieving these sub goals becomes crucial to the achievement of the overall goal, that is maximization the shareholders value. If we look at the objectives of financial management, there we find that there are two objectives of any financial organization or any organization. One is profit maximization, second one is shareholders maximization. In shareholders maximization, the interest of shareholders are taken into consideration by two ways. One is by distributing maximum dividend. Second one is by giving them capital appreciation. Shareholders' wealth is measured by the return they receive on their investment. Return on in two parts, as I have already told. One is in form of dividend and second one in the form of capital growth in share market. So we can say that economic value added gives a measure of value created by the company after adjusting for the cost of financing. It means when we are going to calculate the economic value added or economic profit, we have to take consideration the profit earned, and that profit should be subtracted or matched with the value of the company after adjusting for the cost of capital. Stern, Stewart and Company has given the concept of economic value added. This is a consultancy firm, and they said that this is a method to evaluate the performance that takes into account the minimum return required by the shareholders. And once we calculate this, how to analyze the things? Discuss later on. So We have talked that one is accounting profit, second one is economic profit. We know that how to calculate the economic profit. Now, accounting profit is calculated by subtracting only the cost of debt capital from the company's earning before interest and taxes. So, economic value added measures the true economic profit of a company for a period determined after taking into account the opportunity cost of both debt and equity capital. Economic value added is the net result of excess of risk adjusted cost of capital employed to generate cash flows. The economic value added can be calculated with the help of following formula. So value added concept or value added, economic value added equal to net operating profit after taxes minus weighted average cost of capital into capital employed. In the given formula, NOPAT equal to net operating profit after taxes, WACC equal to weighted average cost of capital. How we are going to calculate net operating profit after taxes? This will be calculated by another formula, that is profit before interest and taxes into 1 minus tax rate. For the calculation of working capital, weighted average cost of capital equal to cost of equity into proportion of equity in the capital employed plus cost of preference into proportion of preference in the capital employed plus pre-tax cost of debt into 1 minus tax rate into proportion of debt in the capital employed. How we are going to calculate the capital employed? The capital employed can be calculated by two methods. One is by taking the items from the asset side, second one is taking from the information from the liability side of the balance sheet. While taking the asset side of the balance sheet, capital employed is the current assets less the non-interest bearing current liabilities. It means the net working capital plus the net fixed assets, and the result would be capital employed. Other method is by taking the information of liability side. This is the sum of interest bearing debts whether short term or long term and net worth less any non operating assets. By this we can calculate the capital employed. Now we will discuss about some utility of economic value added statements. Uses the basis for valuation. If any organization wants to know the real valuation of its organization, then this becomes the basis for that. Implementing control. If organization want to implement control, it means if they want to increase the shareholders' wealth, then economic value added would be a great help. Increase shareholders' wealth. Yes, this concept is based on the increasing shareholders' wealth, better management of finance. If we are considering economic value added in our organization, that force the organization to use the finance in an optimum measure so that they could find out maximum benefit from there. Next, helpful in capital busting decision. This method is, this concept is helpful in capital busting decision, as we know that the finance is a scarce resource and this has to be used in a manner so that maximum benefit could be generated by investing minimum effort. So if we are including economic value added concept, while taking the capital busting decision or capital structure decision or other financial related decision, then the output of those would be the maximum. When we talk about the calculation, it is very simple to calculate as it demands only main data contained in income statement and balance sheet. If you talk about the results of economic value added, the results of economic value added might be positive or might be negative. If it is coming positive, it is showing that company is creating the wealth, and if it is coming negative, it means that the company is value destructing. They are destructing the value of shareholders. It means in the long run, the company is not going to provide benefits to the shareholders. And if this negative EVA, this negative economic value is going for a more period, then it is an indication that the company either has to go for shutdown or there is an urgent need for the restructuring. This also helps to convert a company's strategy into objectives tangible for all employees. These are some benefits of economic value added. If we look at these benefits, then we can say that every organization should calculate the accounting profit, accounting income as well as economic profit. Then we can find out how much has been generated for the shareholders. The calculation of economic value added is not free from the limitations. There are certain drawbacks, as this ignores the price level changes. It is biased because this is measured in monetary terms. In short run, economic value added can be improved by reducing assets faster than the earnings, but for the long run, this concept would not be helpful. And these are the limitations of economic value added. So whenever an organization is thinking to add the economic value added concept in their organization, they has to not only look at the benefits derived from this, they have to also look at the drawbacks of this method, whether it would be beneficial for them or not. Certainly, if they are implementing this concept, economic value concept in their business organization, the organization is going to get help a lot. Now we will see an example how to calculate economic value added from the informations contained in the financial books. So I have taken an example that says that the following informations has been taken from the books of XYZ Private Limited. Find out the amount of economic value added. The first information is earning before interest and taxes, 6,780 lakhs rupees. Tax rate is 35%. Cost of debt is 4.7%, which is 60% of capital. Cost of equity capital, that is 11.3%, and the share of equity in capital is 40%, and the share of debt in capital is 60%. The amount of capital employed is 51,980 lakhs rupees. Here we are seeing at the question and finding that all the calculations has been done, and few calculations we have to do to find out the amount of economic value added. Let's move to the solution part. So first of all, we have to find out what we have to calculate and what method we have to adopt to calculate the required phenomena. In this question, we have to calculate the economic value added. An economic value added is calculated on the basis of the given formula, that is net operating profit after tax minus weighted average cost of capital into capital employed. So we have to look at the question to find out what informations we have in our hand. Whether we are having NOPAT or we are having weighted cost of capital, or we have to calculate this. And when we look at, then we find out that we have to calculate the both, then we can calculate the economic value added. When we go to calculate the net operating profit after tax, the formula is earning before interest and tax into 1 minus tax, and this information is already given in the question. With the help of this formula, we calculate the NOPAT, that comes to 4,407 lakhs rupees. Next step is to calculate the weighted average cost of capital. That says that 0.6 into 4.7 plus 0.4 into 11.3, and after summing we find out a result that is 7.34%. It means now we have NOPAT and WACC. The amount of capital employed is already given. There is no need to calculate this separately. Now all the informations will be put in the formula of economic value added. When we have put the amount, the formula looks like economic value added equal to 4407 minus within bracket 7.34 into 51980. When we solve this equation, we find that the result is 591.67 lakhs rupees. So at the end we can say that from the information we have calculated that the value of economic value added is 591.67 lakhs rupees, that is positive, and we can conclude that the organization is creating wealth for the shareholders. I hope that now you have got some understanding about the economic value added. Thank you very much.